In this video, I'm going to be sharing some job opportunities or occupation codes that can be sponsored with the NHS. I'm talking about visa sponsorship. If you want to stay in the UK or work in the UK with the NHS, it's so important for you to know which bands and which type of jobs can be sponsored. So many people have been sending me messages, my DM, asking me, oh, I have this interview. I don't know whether I should go for it because I don't know whether they will sponsor the band 3 of this particular occupation. Can it be sponsored? I don't want to waste my time. The train ticket is maybe £80 to get there, and I want to know whether it can be sponsored. In this video, I'm going to break it down clearly for you. I'm going to be sharing my screen most time in this video so that you can see clearly what exactly you need to do in case you see any other job codes apart from the ones I've listed here. Now, if you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK, US, or Canada. If you're interested in any of these countries, please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate what you guys are doing for me. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. Now, I said I'm going to be sharing some of these job titles or occupation codes that you can sponsor, maybe with band 3. Now, so many people have been spending time applying for jobs and they're wasting their time. I've heard of some people applying for admin assistant, hoping that they will sponsor them in band 3. I'm sorry to break your heart. You're wasting your time. They are not going to sponsor you with admin assistant band 3. Why? Because the minimum salary threshold you are expected to meet with band 3 is above what they pay. Seriously. Now, for different job roles, there are different ongoing rates for that job role. It means that if you have a COS, that certificate of sponsorship, with an amount less than that particular ongoing rate for that occupation, then your visa will be refused. Let me repeat myself. I feel so many times people will struggle with this because they feel, oh, it's a band 3, then they will surely sponsor me. No, it's not how the UK works. For different occupation codes, there is an ongoing rate for that code. Now, the ongoing rate is an amount that they will pay you per year. And whatever you have on your COS should not, be below that amount. If it's below that amount, your visa will be refused. That is why before you apply for any job, make sure you find out the ongoing rate of that particular thing. Now, for the NHS has this national pay scale. There is a way they structure their salary, and there's a particular amount that they pay. Now, if you want to get into nursing and maybe you've graduated a nurse in the UK, you will go into band 5. And band 5 can be sponsored because the amount that the NHS will pay you in band 5 is above the minimum salary threshold that the UK government said that is eligible for visa sponsorship. Now, the question is, what type of occupation codes is eligible for sponsorship with the NHS? So I'm going to be sharing my screen, like I said, so that you can see exactly what it looks like.
Now we'll visit healthcareers.nhs.uk. You can see there are 350 different NHS careers. They are divided into different subsessions. Not all of them are eligible for visa sponsorship. So when we click on allied health professionals, to give you ideas of jobs you can apply for with visa sponsorship, let's check out the jobs under the related rules. Most of them have band 3, and you just need to get in with your WAEC or your GCSE, English and maths. Now let's check out dietetic assistant. And when you scroll down here, you would see that it explains to you what entry-level qualification you need. What you need a GCSE in English and mathematics to be able to qualify for this particular job opportunity. Now the question is whether it is eligible for visa sponsorship in band 3 and what other job opportunities are eligible for sponsorship in band 3. Now if you go back to that particular list and you go over to health support worker, and check out the roles under health support worker. You can see most of the job roles here are eligible for visa sponsorship in Band 3. Now, let's just go and identify them on the government website and find out their ongoing rates. Visit Health and Care Worker Visa. Or under jobs, it will give you a list of all the jobs that are eligible for visa sponsorship. It means that you don't need to pay for IHS fees if you apply for any of these jobs here. If you're applying for visa sponsorship, don't worry, you don't need to pay IHS fees. Now, as you go through this list, you are wondering, what is the ongoing rates for it? Is Band 3 sufficient for you to get visa sponsorship? Band 3 with the NHS just increased to £24,071 per year. So we want to know whether it's sufficient. You can see here salary requirements. You will usually need to be paid at least 23,200. If the going rate for your job is higher than 23,200, you will usually need to be paid at least the going rate. Each occupation code has its own annual going rate, and how you find the going rate depends on your job. So this is a list of job opportunities that they are saying you will need to meet the different salary requirements for the visa if your job is in one of the following occupation codes. We all know that 6135 and 6136 are on the immigration salary list, and the minimum salary threshold is 23,200. That's the ongoing rate for care workers. Now, let's just click on Table of National Pay Scale for eligible healthcare jobs. Now, this particular page opens and it's going to tell us the minimum annual salary going rate for the healthcare jobs on the list of eligible health and education public sector jobs. So we'll scroll down here. You can see this list of occupations and their codes. These are the ones that are going to be part of the national pay scale. Now, when we go down, you will see this particular table. It's telling you that Band 3 is eligible, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all the different sections for 8. That's A, B, C, D, and Band 9. So you can see that this particular page has not been updated. It was last updated in April 2024, but the first step for Band 3 is 22,816. In my opinion, I feel you'll be eligible for visa sponsorship if you apply for Band 3 of any of those roles mentioned above. The main challenge is that the code for physiotherapist is not the same as physiotherapist assistant, and that for occupational therapist is not the same for occupational therapist assistant. I'm going to show you how you can find out the ongoing rate for each of these professions I've listed on the screen right now. The first thing you do is go to the ONS tool. I'll put the link in the description box and type in medical secretary. Now you click on search. When you click on that search, it will give you a list of different occupations with different occupation codes. Now you can see medical secretary 4211. Now that we know that the occupation code is 4211, we are going to go to the statement of changes in immigration rules to find out the ongoing rates and to find out whether it is eligible for sponsorship. So we search 4211 or medical secretary. As you can see from what we've searched here, it's on table 6. Now, all the occupations on table 6 are not eligible for sponsorship. Let's go to the next one, which is admin assistant. We type it in the ONS tool and click on search. Now you can see it's provided a lot of options for us, but we can see the common thing there is 4159. Now let's find out the ongoing rate of this admin assistant 4159. So we go to the statement of changes in immigration rule document and search 4159. As you can see, it says other administrative, and you can see that it says 30,960 is the minimum amount that you should have on your COS. That's the ongoing rate. Whether you are a student that just wants to switch to skilled worker visa, or you're coming to the country to pursue this particular skilled worker visa. So, which band in the NHS will pay us 30,960? When we go to the NHS 2004-2005 pay scale, we'll notice that it's Band 5. In fact, it's not even Step 1 Band 5, it's the middle band. That's Band 5, 32,324 pounds. So that explains it. you can only be sponsored with visa sponsorship if you apply for admin assistant band 5. You won't be sponsored in band 3 or band 4. Now let's check dietetics assistants. So that's one that I've received in my DM of recent. We check it on the ONS tool and we search. We look for the code, that's the occupation code for it, and it says, oh, the first one there is saying 3219. Now we go to the statement of changes in immigration rule document and we type in 3219 and search. So the first option there doesn't sound like what we are looking for, but let's just search for the next one down. And now when you look at this one down, it's showing you that physiotherapist and cognitive behavior therapist, which is in line with what we are thinking of. But let's just search for the next one that has 3219. You can see that this one has nutritionist under the table. It means that this is the category we are looking for. It means that the SOC 2020 is 2229 because the SOC 2010 is 3219. The ONS tool has not been updated. So when we come here, we are looking for 2229. Since it's not amongst these 10 occupation codes list, so we are going to go to the table that has the national pay scale for eligible healthcare occupation codes, and then we will search for 2229 or 3219. And when you search and scroll down, you will be able to see that it's classified under the therapy professionals, not elsewhere classified. Being under this table means it can be sponsored in band 3. So you can get visa sponsorship with band 3. Now, let's just pick other job roles. We can try speech and language therapist assistant, which is band 3. So we go on to the ONS tool and we put in speech and language assistant. And then we search. Now you can see that the search option is, there are different options there, but the one that is very close to it is this one, which is 6141, assistant therapy, speech and language. So you just click on it. It will give you more information on what it's all about. I want to find out what the ongoing rates for 6141 is. So we go to the statement of changes in immigration rules and we type in 6141 and search. You can see that it falls under 6135, which is the care workers. So it's classified kind of like healthcare assistant role. That's what it means by this. And we know that the minimum salary is 23,200. That's the minimum salary. And right now, the NHS can, sponsor you. That's what's happening because it has been increased to £24,071. I did the same thing for physiotherapist assistants. And when I searched, it gave me the same code, which is 6141. Now, it means that it can be sponsored in band 3. So do not shy away from all these job opportunities when you see them. You need to apply to all of them. It mustn't be healthcare assistant or support worker before you, accept it, before you are willing to apply for that job. Spread your wings. Apply to as many jobs as possible in other job names or roles that are not as competitive as support worker or healthcare assistant. You can see I'm doing the same thing with radiographer assistant and it's giving me the same code 6141. So you can be sponsored with that option. The ongoing rate is 23,200. It means anything on your COS should be above 23,200 and you will be sponsored.
I'm also going to put the links to some of these websites in the description box so that you can have access to it from time to time. The description box is like a treasure chest. It has a lot of things I always put there. I hope you've benefited a lot from this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.